So we're going to talk about sniping high probability profits on the market open using pre-market movers. All right, so what's really cool about news that happens before the market opens, pre-market news, is that it generates oftentimes a feeding frenzy, particularly on bad news. And this feeding frenzy, as market orders come in the morning, market makers are trying to grab as many orders as they can. It churns up the market open like a shark feeding frenzy, driving up option premium, and that's what we call implied volatility, or IV. Options are expensive at the open, and then just a few minutes later, they can be a lot cheaper, as we saw with the USO trade last week. So really, the system is all about finding stocks that are moving pre-market. All right, now Tom's Tools, which we lean heavily on here, doesn't have data until 10 a.m. Half an hour after the market opens is the first time we get a shot at looking at some data within Tom's Tools. So we're going to need a third-party product, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them out there that will give you pre-market news. You know, MarketWatch, barchart.com, Bazinga, and of course Thinkorswim. We'll look at some of these in a minute. And then the idea would be to sell an out-of-the-money credit spread where you don't think the stock's going to make it back to in the 7 to 14 days that you hold them. One rule of thumb, and it's a rule of thumb, is to receive at least 1% of potential return on investment per day in the trade. So for example, if you had a 14-day credit spread, you'd want your potential return on investment to be at least 14%, 1% per day in the trade, and then sell at support and resistance and as far away as you can get. You know, don't take much more than 1 percentage point a day. Move the credit spread as far away as you can on the other side of as many support or resistance levels as you can to increase your probability of profit. So we're going to go after probability in this case and maybe take less. All right, this is all about not losing and letting the credit spreads, the premiums, the credits take care of themselves. So that's what I wanted to talk about this morning, especially given the two-day trade that we just placed last week on USO. Okay, so a couple places you can go. I just did some Google search. Here's a place, barchart.com, and we're just going to go looking to see what the most actives are at the moment. If you go barchart.com, let me put this in the chat box in Zoom. One sec. I'll give you all these websites here. So there's barchart.com/pre-market trading. And you just take a look. What's going on? I imagine this is what lawyers do on Monday mornings after a weekend, looking for people that have had mishaps driving their cars, similar kind of thing. And I really like the laggards, the droppers, the best, but sometimes you can find some good ones on the upside as well. So these are the most active. Tesla, you can read some of these. First Republic Bank, AMC. So those are the most. Apple is down 1.28% pre-market. So those are the most active. Those that are gaining the most are listed here. And so let's see, this one is up 17%. I've never traded that one. I don't believe that one has options. Some of these I'm not sure even have options, so we've got to check that as well. The Arena Group up 16%, 13, 12%. Costco Holdings up 10%. So those could be some potential great trades for this morning. On the downside, Audio Codes is down 11.9%. and MCOM down 10%. We could look at those as well. Let's see, we got pre-market. I haven't seen this one yet. Pre-market gaps up. Yeah, we got to look at that one. Let's look at AREN. Okay, it's up. It's up to 470 from 4. That's percentage, so it's up here. Maybe if there's some good news, we could look at that one. I want to look at Micron as well. Here's a pre-market gap downs, Audio Codes. Let's take a quick look at that one, AUDC. And y'all feel free to look for yourself. I just looked at that one. Feel free to look for yourself. If you see anything that you like, let me know. Let's go through some of these other ones here. This one is Bazinga. Let me zoom in a little bit so I can see it, and then therefore you. So look at this one on PLX Pharma, up 146% pre-market. What? Let's look at that one. PLXP. Oh, wait a minute. The stock's 10 cents. I need to look at the stock price as well. That's important. It's a 26-cent stock. This one on Onosec Medical, up 93%, $2 stock. Maybe we could sell it too. Let's look at for something with a bit more weight in terms of price. Here's one on Guard Force, GFAI. I don't like this one. It's too volatile. You see that? So I'm going to kick a lot of these out because I need you to be able to identify ones that don't make so much sense. This one is up to 15, but my God, it's so volatile. I'm just not that interested in something like that. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I mean, it's up at 24 one day and down to 4 the next. That's too much volatility. We could easily get hammered on a credit spread on that one. Let's see. And then on the downside, Engine Gaming and Tupperware and Liquid Media. Let's look at some of these. Game. So this is pre-market. I mean, this is Friday's action, and now the stock's trading at 149. Again, it's a small stock, $1.45. I don't know if it's even got options. Let's take a look. It does. Yeah, just zero bids on all these things, no liquidity. Let's leave that one alone. Tupperware, though. Check out Tupperware. When I was at Oracle, that was one of my companies that I used to call on. They were based in just outside of Orlando. So let's take a look at Tupperware pre-market. This stock is at 242. That was Friday's action. It's now at 146. So it's down here, everybody. It's down. It's sub 2 at the moment. Let's take a look and see what the news is. Tupperware shares tumble pre-market on growing concern warning. Never heard of that before. A growing concern. A growing concern warning. Tupperware brand shares are trading lower after the company announced a substantial doubt about its ability to continue as a growing concern. Wow. That's like, I don't think we're going to make